Good evening, everybody. It's Saturday Night Live with Mel and the Tarot Cat. I just came up with an idea after Ian and I were browsing through some things, and I love this topic for a Saturday night because it's a juicy one. Now, it is 10 signs that they are the one for you. And I'm still going to make this a pick a card one, and I'm going to tell you what some of the signs are that they are the one for you or they are not by what we gather from the cards and also what I know. Now, this is some of the things that you can tell that they are the one for you, okay? You can be yourself around each other is number one. That's very strong. Number two is you can only talk about that person to your friends and family. The third is you put each other first. You know, everyone has things that are important, but you are each other's first priority. You can share your feelings with them. Distance doesn't bother you. Another country doesn't bother you. You have no doubts about each other. You don't hide anything from them and vice versa. You are on the same page with big topics. Marriage, religion, kids, values, those things. You love each other's families. It doesn't have to be a first nature, first sight love. It is something that grows and you want to get on with them because you want to be around them on holidays and together. And it's funny, they usually come from the type of stock that you like anyway because you love them. You want to share everything and you can't imagine life without them. It's very simple. Those are 10 things. You know they are the one when you have most of these things, and it helps when you have all of them. And it's funny how when you just have a strong love bond, that those things, the extra ones fall into place. You just love their families because you see them genetically the way they are. You know what I mean? And because you can't imagine life without them, they're always in your snare, and that's about manifesting too. The love gets stronger through that because you're simply like, yeah, look at the rose petals and my baby cat hanging out. We just had the best time. We went out to Five Guys and got some French fries and burgers and hot dogs, and my son legit dropped half his hot dog on the floor, and he was like, oh, he's 15, so we got over it because he had a bucket of fries the size of the table to keep him busy, but it was so fun. And then I went to Michael's Crafts, which here in the USA is Bead and Crystal Central, and I got some amazing things. I'm so stoked. In fact, I got to show you guys this one crystal. It blew my mind. Look at this crystal right here. Remember I told you I'd be fired from QVC? Look at this monster crystal. Look at that. And it's got the beautiful marcasite on it. I know I gotta stay still. Look at that, like how it captures the light. I love this. And like the size of it is like the size of a finger. Yeah, on a black chain. It's so beautiful. And I really like crystals of that sort. And then these two, I just gotta show these. I'm such a big stoner that I freak out when I find them. These are agates. And agates are a beautiful stone. Look at that. As a choker or something, please. I wanted to die. It was so beautiful. All right, so let's get to these. Yeah. Let's roll our ball. Tarot Cat's going to want to get in on this, I'm sure. Would you like a little crystal to look at? She loves the rose petals. I'm going to put one on her head like a little hat so she looks like a ding-a-ling-a-ling-dong, because that's what she is. You guys, thank you for all your beautiful comments, and it's so funny. Thank you to Lisa, who just got a read, and how she was saying how she had just mentioned someone from the 90s, and how without mentioning his name and what he did, I mentioned it to her on air. And it's funny, I have to say, some of you guys don't get spooked or whatever. It's just energy. Some of you vibrate very high when you're thinking something very strongly, and it resonates. And since everything is carried through energy, it can start to sound like words. Honestly, I tell you, like when I'm really wound up and I see a crow or something, I actually hear relax, calm down, stay outside, stuff like that. It's my own consciousness telling me what's going on, that I gotta simmer down a little bit. Okay, so on the first one, let me see, we're gonna do this like, yeah, it's so funny. I just organized my cards and I put them all away. It was so funny. So let's see. Yeah, I want to have these out anyway. Again, we'll use for a focal point. We can use a oracle card. Number 1 will be the Fates. Number 2 will be the Tribe. That's like my favorite card, and this is very poignant on what's happening to all of us right now. It's funny, if you guys have never seen Sense8, please watch that. It shows a connective psychic thread that runs through so many people, and they literally share experience, words, feelings and stuff. And that's all about this. When people are in the same tribe and they're all working for elevation and higher moods, higher vibrations, the goodness for the world, excellent behaviors, integrity, people to be loving, all those things, it is a frequency of communication 100%. And this, I believe, tarot itself and other esoteric means are the building blocks to this. It lets people know about these possibilities, especially manifestations. If you tell a super right-wing conservative about these things, they're not going to believe you, because they're not in the magical realm. They're not in the Alice in Wonderland. They're not in the creative realm. Not saying all of them aren't, because I don't like to generalize, but you know what I mean. Like a banker is rarely probably at home with his crystals and tarot cards and talking about vibrations of the earth. You know what I mean? It's a different sort of tribe, right? But our tribe that likes to do these things and understand these things just gain knowledge. I feel like philosophers, fire signs are in the mutable signs are heavy into philosophy and learning too. It's all about educating ourselves to the other realms. How the hell else is there outer space and we able to go in outer space? And where does the knowledge come from? These super far-fetched ideas that we can get in a rocket and go to outer space. You know what I mean? So anyway, we got 1, 2, 3. Now, are these signs here? Or are they going to appear with my significant other or the person I am soon to meet? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that one. Yep. And yep, the king has her queen. And this is actually the direction that this would have started. It doesn't matter what order they're in, just that they're all there. Okay, yeah, this is crazy clear. So basically you looked out on the horizon and you started to manifest. This is what I want. I want a truer, binding, loving relationship. I want this person to be authentic with me. I want them to tell the truth. I want them to be loving. I want them to be caring and see me for what I am and treat me like the king or queen I am, and to be my match. It is not usually the first go round with our soul connection and things like that we are on the same level, until we really manifest and we let the universe know we are not going to accept anything less than our ideal match, because life is too short. We need people to stand on our level and understand us. We don't want to have to talk down or up to somebody. We want to talk across to them. You know what I mean? That's exactly what's happening. You're manifesting this law of attraction simply by saying, I deserve this. I am a good person. I am receiving love. I am receiving the right kind of love that is supportive. And again, I'm going to go back to that survey that they did at Harvard. That was the longest humanities running study of all time, asking people, okay, are you happy and why are you happy? And that bottom line was someone who found a companion or in their family or community that offered them support. That was it. It didn't matter how wealthy, it didn't matter how successful. It was completely that they had a loving, supportive person or group around them. And that is what you manifest for yourself. And that is what is either on its way or has already arrived. So yeah, you have this in spades. You're not going to be able to imagine life without each other. You're going to share everything. You're going to get on with each other's families, all of that. And you have no doubts. Every once in a while, I mean, there'll always be some crazy biatch or some fool who tries to third party their way in, especially if you seem really solid. You know, those people that are empty and they're like, oh, why do they get everything? And but it doesn't matter. They're just a flea that can be brushed aside, because you guys share your feelings and your honesty on the up and up, and you'll always put each other first. So that is you guys. That is amazing and beautiful. So look at the cat. She's making me be fuzzy by her movements. So just be reassured that the person you have is the person for you, or the person coming is the person for you. And you guys you're perfectly on the same plane of thought, and you share the things that are important in your virtues, which is lovely. So if you guys are new, don't forget to like and press the subscribe button and leave comments, because I love dialogue open in terms of this, because when you comment and start that dialogue, that's another form of manifestation. You're writing down, this is already happening. I already want this. You're reconfirming it. You're making the hard drive backup by doing that. So absolutely. And all my links are below for you guys. Look at this. So if you need a private read, just let me know, because a lot of people like to have a sort of formula to work with when this person arrives. And it is helpful. I mean, I've always been able to be successful in relationships because I understand the dynamic of the human condition. But it's easy to learn. It really is. But look at you. You're a queen or you're a king. It's beautiful. You really are. And now that you're valuing yourself more and more and respecting yourself, you made those firm boundaries. So good for you, number one. Yes, that's what the fates have in store for you. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Well, look what else I got. Look at that. Could you die? This is like magic. I freak out over this. I'm going to make it into a medallion. I lost my mind when I saw this. I swear to God, it's like otherworldly beautiful. I was like, what the hell? It's totally cool. Okay, the tribe, the tribesman. Let's see what you got. Oh, look at this. Wow. Don't even start with your fresh cat self. I already see her ready to destroy the world. Oh, forget it. Okay, and I'm going to address this right now because I know it seems crazy. Of course, I'm always shuffling right off camera and I'm shuffling. I don't even lay the cards out beforehand because one person had asked, they go, oh, could you please just shuffle? I like the freshness of it or whatever. And that way they know that nothing is planned. And that's something I would never do. And it doesn't really bother me that somebody would ask that because I'm like, sure. But somebody, I think Ian took it away before I saw it because it's like I have such a busy day. I don't need to have people with their doubts thrown, and I don't even really care because I know I'll always come from integrity and honesty. But they were like, do you take all the negative cards out of the deck? I'm like, no, I've several readings have, there are no negative cards really. There are the Ten of Swords. Yeah, that's called the exhaustion card. Who isn't exhausted? Why is that negative? It's part of life. The death card, that doesn't mean death necessarily. In most cases, it doesn't. It means the death of a behavior or something that has held you down. It's actually a growth card. The Tower, you have to start from scratch. Who cares? Why would you drag old habits and crap with you if you're beginning anew? You know what I mean? It is all perception. And what happens is if you get readers that have past traumas and they can't let them go, that resonates through the cards. I don't have past traumas because I've worked through all that. And also by watching Landria Annika, if you believe that you have no enemies and you have a blissful past, you do because you are your thoughts. And I really have not had anything tragic happen to me because I've just always understood what path to take and have been guided, but a lot of people haven't. So yeah, if you know what I mean, it is perspective, and you guys are learning that more and more, and I love this. And look at this, and this is a huge perspective card. Look at this girl, happy as hell, holding up her lovely little chalice, and this big wave that could basically devour and push her over isn't going to touch her because she knows she's angelically guided. She's actually just making an offer. Cups, emotion. Look how happy I am. I am lucky to be in the ocean instead of, oh my God, I'm going to drown and get stung by a jellyfish. You know what I mean? There are people's perspective like that, and they actually do read the card like that. And I get a little sad because it is their fears projected onto people that are impressionable. I don't like that, but it happens. But the true calling of this card is to say, don't have fear. Why would you have fear? You are angelically protected. You're lucky you're around a body of water. You know what I mean? And emotions, you have your emotions flowing, which is lovely. Oh, please. And you guys with the world in the middle and the Knight of Wands, I believe this is the fresh love coming into you, and that this is a very soulful, soul-driven connection on a really high soul companion level because the world is now engaged in this. So it is a universal match. It is something where all these things are going to say, yeah, you're only talking to this person, about this person to your friends and family. You can be yourself around each other instantly. It's those things, distance doesn't bother you. If they have to be in France for a while and you have to be in England, it's no bother. You don't have doubts about each other. You completely trust them because you're coming from an open heart chakra. You are put together for a reason. You are divinely matched. And the world has seen to this. And in they come, the Knight of Wands, with fire, with passion, and it will be a very passionate match. And the thing is, because you let go of fears, you're not worried, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be left, because guess what? That is a lack consciousness that creates that void where the world and the universe just hears, oh, fear, 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 let's give them more fear. The world and universe is hearing what you're saying over and over, and what you're saying right now is love, abundance, love, prosperity, hope, celebration, and the world is going, all right, it's time to Amazon this bitch all her good stuff. Here we go. Knock, knock. Here's hope. Knock, knock. Here's money. Knock, knock. Here's love. Knock, knock. Here's trust. Because you're emitting that vibration. You're absolutely emitting this. And now you're getting your tribe, your true tribe. It's the people that they're going to resonate with you right off the bat. And you can't imagine life without them. You can't. Because when they get there, it's like walking into paradise. I gotta breathe because that is amazing, you guys. So that is you. If you're, just start celebrating already. Just have a goddamn party right now because it's done. I'm so excited. My heart is literally palpitating. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I feel this intrinsically. I actually feel like electricity in my body right now. It's very cool. Yeah, it's very strong. It's palpable. You sent out the message and it's being received. So again, I want you to keep backing this up with your writing. Love is here. Love is here. The right love, the strong love, the signs are here. So yeah, you're going to start to see them everywhere. You're going to freak yourself out with all the synchronistic numbers. 1111s are going to be everywhere. 222s, 555s. You're going to hear animals you normally don't tune into. You're going to see strange things that might make you go, oh wow, it's simply your guides going, it's here. It's on its way. Pay attention. You're going to be making more eye contact. You're going to be smiling more, and it's drawing your person to you. It's so beautiful. So that is, you guys. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you're new. Press that subscribe button. We got so many good things coming. You're not even going to believe it. And contests for Halloween. I got some really fantastic stuff coming, and I appreciate you guys. So I'm always going to be doing things on that thing. I'm going to have lots of contests and free reads and jewelry giveaways, especially when I find stuff like this. I can't even live. Look at that thing. Oh, I swear it glows in the dark. No, oh my God, I love abalone. I love all these things. So yeah, you guys, that is amazing. I can't even, yeah, you projected love and energy out there and it's coming back. So yeah, all my links are below if you guys need a private read. Sometimes what happens when this stuff starts to manifest, you need to renew your building blocks because you're actually a little scared, because once the beauty and the riches come in, which I call them because that's your abundance, love, people all of a sudden instill fear in that because it's new and they don't want to lose it. You know what I mean? It's like painting your house beautifully and wondering if leaves or anything are going to blow off and stick to it. Never bring in that thing, and I can teach you how to not do that. If you need a read, let me know. It's all about just trusting the universe. It's the one that you and the universe started this gig, so why not complete the song? You know what I mean? Awesome. Yeah. QVC would fire me. Okay, great. Okay, number 3. Here we go. Let me just clear the energy because I got so hyped. I need a sip of tea or I'm going to die. It's funny because go, do you want to do another read? And I'm like, oh, I think I'll rest my voice. And then I'll see something. I'm like, no, I have to do it right now. As soon as I got Lisa's information about, talking about her boyfriend and his job without her mentioning it, I realized I was very receptive right now to messages. And there are times when I just am. You know what I mean? Okay, we got the 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, the Hermit. It's funny, I drew an extra card for some reason. Oh, yes, I'm going to go for it. Yes. Okay, very simple. But I'm going to give you a word of advice starting this. You guys are heavy thinkers. You're probably a ton of Virgos, a ton of Libras. And you're simply, you're holding yourself captive for your rich rewards that are right around the corner, which is this. And that is a celebration of you. You do something that is off the charts. You come up with something, because once you're freed from this, you're like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be by myself and come to terms with this knowledge that has just confronted me, that is profound and amazing, and you turn it into gold. You are literally weaving wheat into gold like Rumpelstiltskin, because in these times when you realized, okay, I have to fight these thoughts, I have to collect things, I'm a little bound, but I am not really. The castle is right behind her in this, if you see that. And her ties are very loose, and she can walk through any of those swords at any moment. It is just in her mind. Now, our mind can be like a labyrinth if we go backwards too far. Why go backwards? The only thing backwards, if there's happy memories, yes, but usually it is regret, it is replaying things. So again, if we are evolving, what are we doing? We're replaying and we are repeating. We don't need to do that. We're not going backwards. We're being absolutely present. Because what happens when we're present is this. We're in the hermit mode. When we're in the hermit mode, that's where the magic happens, because we are reflecting. It is calm reflection about how we feel presently. Now, when we do that, that's the type of person that when you're eating this delicious, just say it's a hot fudge sundae, you are tasting everything in that. The cold of the ice cream, the liquid, hot, super rich chocolate, all of it all combined, because your senses are alive, because you are focused on them. We have 5 senses for a friggin' reason, and some of us have a little ESP and a 6th sense, and there is a reason for that. It is so we can absorb information, but we can also savor it. You almost feel like you're being hedonistic when you take your time and eat your meal, right? No, that should be a normal everyday thing where we eat, slowly chew our food and say, hey, is this creamy? Is it salty? Is it crunchy? Every little thing that we savor. We have all those taste buds all over our tongue for a reason, to enjoy and savor this food. And when you're in this mode, you get that. When you're reading a book, you are absorbing that information, because you're not also watching television, reading a book, on an iPad, on on your phone. You're not trying to multitask anymore. You're trying to understand things in a calm method, and it's learning, and you are absorbing these things, and it's starting to resonate with you. Right now I have to describe what I feel in my hand. I feel my fingertips, I can actually feel, it's like if somebody was taking a pin and pricking each one. And it's funny because acupressure and acupuncture, when they do that, there is so much energy released through your hands and your feet. And I just feel them right now. They're like vibrating, because you guys are on the verge of something spectacular that is gonna earn you some crazy accolades with this person that's coming to you. You are gonna seem, honest to God, you're gonna be like Joan of Arc to them, or you're gonna be like Caesar to them. This is literally coming in and having a parade in your honor type of thing with them. And you not only work everything out in your own head to drop all these swords and overthinking, because you went to where you were supposed to, a meditative state, a reflection state, and now forget it, you have everything. You're checking off your list. You now are deserving karmically of this perfect person that is headed towards you. Again, in manifestation, brush all those things out of your head that say you can't, you don't, blah, blah, blah. None of that. You're not creating a vacuum. You're not creating any kind of lack mentality or consciousness. You are a full, fulfilled life, a loving life, an abundant life, a rich, educated, smart, emotionally intelligent. And creative is always so important to me, because even Einstein always said it's way more important to be creative than smart. Of course it is. It's a different area of our brain that has the magic, that has the formula, that gives us spark, that gives us life. When you anticipate stuff, yeah, it's usually 10 times better than what actually happens, right? I'm going to go to this Halloween party. I'm going to look rad as hell. I'm going to have delicious candy corns, right? You get totally stoked for this stuff. You experience before the experience, and you're doing that with that. And because you're doing that, it's bringing in the perfect attitude and formula for this to work. You can be yourself around each other instantly. You talk about that person, family and friends. You don't care about anybody else even knowing. You're always going to put each other first. You're going to share all your feelings. The distance isn't going to bother you. You're having no doubts about each other. You're on the same page with the big topics, the religion, all those factors, education, kids, everything. You instantly love each other's families because you see that heritage in them, which is in your mate that you love. You can't imagine life without them, because they are a beautiful, beautiful balancing sheet to your beautiful life that you have created, because you manifested it and you knew you deserved it, and you started to value yourself. And I'm literally going to start crying, because I see so much of this clearly happening. And it's amazing, and it's so soon too. And it's funny, I had roses from my anniversary around, and they were turning this really beautiful rich color, and I was like, look at how they darken along that, and they smell even sweeter when they start to age like that. You know what I mean? And you guys, it is just some amazing stuff. And again, it's because of this. You slowly, piece by piece, came to an understanding that you have to build your life. You have to custom make it. You're an individual. You're unique. You're beautiful. You deserve love. You deserve victory, which is right there. You deserve to have a peaceful, loving existence. And you're creating it, and it's amazing. Okay, I gotta go, because my head, like my third eye, is actually starting to hurt. I gotta put like something over it. Wow, you guys, amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all my links are below for a private read, especially if you get these weird epiphanies. They're going to happen, because as you manifest, your angel guides are giving you things. So don't get freaked out. Just if you need a private read, let me know, and I'll walk you through it, because you imagine this, which then you created it, and then you had the energy momentum behind them. So congrats. Peace out.